You know, for a second here, I forgot this was on the second channel, and I always put my coffee over here, but on this channel, we can have our coffee front and center, and I don't have to feel guilty about that. Anyway, you guys, welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham, and welcome to my show, and in the middle of all of this chaos lately, with the stock market just going nuts, with grocery stores, like, it took me almost an hour just to get to the front of the line at the grocery store. I had to wait to get a shopping cart. Like, it's been nuts lately, but in the middle of all of that, thankfully, there is something that we can always fall back on. There's something that we can always rely on that's always going to be there for us whenever we really need it. And that would be none other than another episode of Millennial Money. That's right, CNBC yesterday posted this gem of a video titled Living on $210K a year in NYC. Wait for it. Millennial Money. And you know this is going to be a really good episode because already it's got over 100,000 views in like about a day. So like we know this has got to be a banger of a video. So let's not waste any more time here. I'm excited. You're excited. You came to see this. So let's give it a shot, see what this video is all about. And oh, really quick, before I forget, we always have to show our support for the channels like this by smashing the like button. So let me just go ahead and smash this like button right here. There we go. We smashed it, and let's begin the video.
I think part of the reason why I save so much comes from what I've learned from my parents. We never took vacations. We only went to the library. That was our vacation.
Ooh, I gotta try that. You know, my girlfriend wants to go on a vacation for my birthday. It's coming up in April. But I need to tell her, like, you know, honey, to the library. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. That's our new vacation. Oh, she's gonna love this idea. Now we gotta say, before we begin the video, I'm really curious how she's making $210,000 a year at 25 years old in New York City. I have a feeling she's either in finance or she's in MLM. It's one or the other. Let's see if I'm right.
I'm a software engineer working in the fintech space. I'm building tools and applications for engineers.
All right, so there we go. It's kind of right. I said finance or MLM, and she's in financial technology, so I get credit for that one. I was right on that one. It was one or the other. Anyway, it's no wonder how she's making so much money. I mean, she is in right now one of the hottest, most like in-demand career sectors basically on the entire planet besides being a YouTuber. So, you know, congratulations to her. That's amazing.
I'm actually obsessed with tracking things. Like I track my calories, I track my workouts, and I also track my money. I believe in this philosophy of what doesn't get measured doesn't get managed. So I make sure I'm tracking my money every single month.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. I am truly in the category that whatever you measure grows. Besides that, guys, unfortunately, that's not going to help you out if you go and measure that. But everything else, though, that you track will improve. That comes to working out, your finances, or really anything else under the sun besides that. Of course, I'm not going to mention on YouTube because we're PG rated here in the channel. But besides that, just given what she just told us, I have a feeling her finances are going to be like amazingly good. So let's give this a shot. So what we got? We got her monthly budget, $11,483. Of course, we got the biggest one, savings, $7,625 a month, and then we got a little asterisk over here. So we got 401k, brokerage, high yield, HSAs. She's doing everything right. That is amazing that she's able to save so much money. Now, we got housing, $1,400 a month split with roommates. Oh, this is music to my ears. I mean, this is like the best looking spreadsheet that I have seen. And then we got donations, $800 a month. Family support. Okay, so she's supporting her family. I don't know if I'd call that a donation. I guess you could donate to your family. I guess that's a donation. Then we got MISC period colon $625 a month with a little squiggly sign. I have no idea what that little squiggly sign is called, and that is travel entertainment. Okay, so she definitely spends a little bit more on entertainment. That's okay. Food, $300 a month. That's a really good food budget. I gotta say that's decent. Beauty clothes, $300 a month. She makes enough money for that. And then we got transportation, $177 a month. That's fine. Subscriptions, $133 a month. Gym, credit cards, you need a budget, etc. How many people really realize when they see YNAB? You need a budget. It is one of the best tracking tools out there. Like if you want something that's 10 times more comprehensive than Mint.com or Personal Capital. And with this, you do need to pay for it, and it does take a little bit more work, but trust me, I mean, it is the best out there, so I can see why she's doing that. And then we got utilities, $123 a month, and that would be split with roommates. So overall, I gotta say, you know, her budget is absolutely incredible. But let's see if there's anything in here that I could maybe criticize.
And how I track my money is I use YNAB and I also use Personal Capital.
I've never heard someone call it YNAB before. It's you need a budget. That's what it is.
I also have spreadsheets for my long-term goals, so I just make sure that every single month I'm allocating a little bit of money to hit those long-term goals.
So I see this here, $4,000 a month goes to your brokerage, $2,000 high yield, $1,583 401k, and HSA $42. You know what? I don't see any problem with this. I think she's maybe going a little cash heavy on the high yield, unless she's going and saving up for a house. Like if she's going and saving up for a house, she's doing everything right. But if she's just loading everything into index funds and stocks and stuff like that, I would say she could probably do $1,000 a month in a high yield, given how low her expenses are, and then up her brokerage to $5,000 a month. But but now I'm nitpicking here. I don't need to be that critical. But anyway, that's my only thought on this.
I was born in Nigeria and I moved here when I was 6 years old. And we moved into like an inner city neighborhood when we first got here. And my parents really hustled and worked hard to get us to a better neighborhood.
See, that's definitely where she got her work ethic from. She was raised by parents who came here, who worked really hard for what they have to change their situation. So that was instilled in her at a very young age, that basically she could go and work as hard as she wants and get whatever she wants and do whatever she wants if she just works hard enough and smashes the like button for the YouTube algorithm.
Growing up, my parents really valued education, and they really pushed my sister and I to pursue very traditional career path. In our house, we had a saying that you could either be a doctor, a lawyer, or a disgrace.
Jeez, if those were my parents, I would be such a disgrace. Jeez, I barely graduated high school, gosh.
So I look back at classes in college that I really liked, and one of the classes I really loved in college were my computer science classes. I decided to quit my job and do a sabbatical. During my time doing a sabbatical, I joined the Recurse Center. The Recurse Center is sort of like an engineering retreat where you can learn how to program and just sort of build new projects. It was totally free and it took 3 months, and then after that, 3 months later, I got a job.
See, she definitely made the right choice. Here's what I really believe. If you want to be a doctor, you can't go and do that because you want to make a lot of money. You gotta realize there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes to become a doctor, and it costs a ton of money. You could basically go and buy a mansion in Texas, free and clear, for the amount of student loan debt that you would be in just to become a doctor, not to mention the 12 years of schooling it takes. You're gonna be 12 years behind. I did a video a while back where I compared the earnings of a doctor and a plumber, and it turned out that in your mid-40s, believe it or not, the plumber actually has a higher net worth than the doctor. So it goes to show you, the sooner you start working, the sooner you start investing, the sooner you start making money, the more money you're gonna have later on in life. Even though as a doctor, you might be making a lot more money in 15 years from now. So that's why I really think, if you wanna be a doctor, you have to do it for the passion. You should not be doing it for the money, because if you're doing something just for the money, usually trades will get you way further, way quicker than going and becoming a doctor and spending all this money and time going and doing that.
Me and my friends, we do other things other than just going out for dinner and brunch. So instead of grabbing dinner, we'll just do a class pass instead and go to a dance class. Or I just invite friends over. Sometimes we'll just cook together. It's just a way for all of us to save money.
Oh, I love that. That is amazing. See, my guilty pleasure, honestly, is going and getting happy hour sushi. And for $12, you can get a really big meal. It fills you up, and you get to go out to eat and get sushi every now and then. That, I love that. But what she's doing is even better. For $12, you could feed multiple people at home. I absolutely love that.
I only left school with about $7,000 in student loans was because of 2 factors. The first factor was the fact that I got needs-based financial aid from my college, so that my tuition and room and board, half of it was paid and covered for by my school. The other half was covered for by my parents, and they gave me probably one of the best gifts that I've ever gotten, which is the gift of a free education. They took on the burden of carrying our loans, but they were able to pay it off through just being really frugal.
See, that is such a heartwarming story, and it goes to show you just how far frugality can get you and the options it brings you in the future. It's not just about being cheap. It's about having all the opportunity and possibilities ahead of you just by cutting back on what you don't need and living smart. That's really all it's about. I love this.
Exercising has helped me live in New York City. It's honestly one of the most stressful places to live in, but maintaining an exercise routine really helps me reduce my stress and really helps me with my mental health.
Finally, there's someone else that goes to Equinox Gym. I get so much slack for this because people are like, Grant, why do you spend so much money going to Equinox? She's going to Equinox. I know it's paid by her company, which I wish my Equinox was paid for. That would be amazing. But It's such a good gym. To be completely honest, like I love the gym so much that to me it's like worth it to pay a little bit more, go to like an amazingly nice gym. There we go. Finally, someone else on Millennial Money who goes to Equinox. I'm not the only one.
So I really love spending money on beauty. For me, my beauty budget entails like sometimes I get my nails done, sometimes I get sugared. I also really like hair extensions and—
Wait, I get sugared? What is that? Let's rewind that really quick. Sugared.
Sometimes I get sugared.
I get sugar? I don't know what she's saying. If you guys can clarify that down below in the comments, I'll be reading them.
One of my long-term financial goals is to FIRE. I'm a huge fan of the financial independence, retire early movement. I think it's a really amazing movement.
Anytime I hear someone say that they're into FIRE, I'm like, finally, more people are getting it. This is awesome. I'm so supportive of the FIRE movement. I think it's gonna be amazing. I think more millennials need to get into it, live below their means, save as much money as possible, and FIRE. I love that.
One of my goals is also to maybe own an apartment. I know in New York it can be crazy. Like in my neighborhood, a one bedroom goes for like $700,000 to $800,000, and that's just for a one bedroom.
You know, I have to say my advice on this is probably to live with your roommates as long as you possibly can. Continue spending that $1,400 a month until you can't possibly do that any longer. Use this as your opportunity just to save as much money as possible, because I gotta say, going and buying a one-bedroom apartment in New York City for like 800 grand is terrible. It's such a bad investment, and especially compared to what you're paying now, I mean, you're just never gonna get that again. And I really believe, like, once you go from spending $1,400 a month with roommates to then spending like, let's call it $2,800 for your own place, you're never gonna be able to go back to spending $1,400 with roommates. It's just, you'll never want to move back with roommates. So once you're there, stay there as long as you can, knowing that once you move out from that, it's going to be hard to go back. And besides that, I would really say just to continue saving your money as long as possible and really decide whether or not you want to FIRE in New York or not. You never know, you might want to eventually move out of New York and maybe in a place where your money goes a little bit further, like Los Angeles. So just keep your options open, continue renting, living with roommates, saving as much money as possible, and I think that is going to be the best choice to FIRE.
Thing that I'm really passionate about is my YouTube channel called The Come Up. It's sort of a channel that I created to sort of give people the resources I didn't have when I was starting this journey.
Ooh, we got another YouTube channel to subscribe to. Let's go over youtube.com. She's already got 26,000 subscribers right now. Well, she's got one more, and I just subbed. And that's a reminder too, if anyone who's watching this channel who is not already subbed yet, make sure to smash that sub button too. Just subscribe. Why haven't you already subscribed yet? Just do it. You know what? Instead of calling that Beyond the Library, they should really be calling that Beyond the Vacation. It's a little bit more fitting there. Get it? Because she said that was her vacation earlier? Yeah? Alright, I'll stop.
I'm also in a long distance relationship, so that like flying back and forth from New York to LA also adds a little bit more to my travel budget.
Why is she spending so much money on this? You know, she could really be doing that for free with credit card rewards, sign-up bonuses, which, by the way, I just recently opened the American Express Gold business card. I absolutely love it. I just hit the minimum spend to get the 35,000 bonus points, so I'm gonna use that on like a free trip somewhere. So for anyone else who wants to do that, I have my American Express Gold business card referral link down below in the description for all of you business owners out there who want the Amex Gold business card like I have. Feel free to use that link down below in the description, and it's a great way to travel for free.
The most important lesson I've learned about money is that like money can just give you a lot of opportunities, a lot of options. Like in New York City, you're just constantly surrounded by like people who are extremely wealthy, but also people who are extremely poor. And then going to the college that I went to school with kids whose parents were millionaires and billionaires. So I could actually see like how money can give you like options and opportunities.
I actually have a very similar experience to that. I went to a high school on full financial aid among some of these other kids who had like millionaire upon millionaire upon millionaire parents. And it's amazing to see the differences sometimes between like the things that they do, like these vacations that you get back from spring break is like, where did you go? It's like, oh, I stayed here. Where did you go? Oh yeah, we flew to Rome and Italy, and then I went to Australia for a week. I'm like, what? That's nuts. But also you have kids that have no appreciation for anything whatsoever, and you get them with no ambition whatsoever because they don't have to lift a finger. So you sometimes notice a big difference between the kids who have everything handed to them and the other ones that have to work for it. And the level of ambition between the two is pretty staggering.
So that's part of the reason I try to work as hard as I can, just so I can also give myself and my family those opportunities.
So I gotta say, I absolutely love this episode. She's doing everything right. Like, I can't criticize her for doing anything. This is another one of these episodes where I'm walking away with this, like, I can't get angry. So if anyone watching this wants to go and subscribe to her as well, I'll link to her channel down below in the description. But CNBC, please, find us some people who are screwing up. We need to see more people making bad decisions so that way I get more content. I need to see more people buying like new G-Wagons, new i8s, new Ferraris on like a $50,000 a year salary. Like find people like that. Give me more content to react to, and that I think would make a very decent video. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, if you've not already subscribed, make sure to destroy the subscribe button, notification bell. Feel free to add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. And also, if you guys want 2 free stocks, use the link down below in the description, and Webull is going to be giving you 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 on the platform, with one of those stocks being valued up to $1,400, which I believe that promotion is ending on March 31st. So if you're watching this right now, you haven't already done that, feel free to use the link down below in the description. Make sure to do that. Let me know which 2 free stocks you get. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.